Food is life.
Not everyone in the world has enough nutritious food. Over 820 million people are chronically food insecure and malnourished. Conflict, climate change and poverty are the main causes of hunger. The Sahel region faces severe drought and desertification. Often, women have to walk 10 kilometers for water.
Malnourishment and starvation around the globe prompted the introduction of zero hunger. Zero hunger is the United Nations' second Sustainable Development Goal, in short SDG, that aims to end the world hunger by 2030. The targets of zero hunger are to end hunger by providing universal access to safe and nutritious food by 2030, to bring an end to all forms of malnutrition, to double the productivity and income of small-scale food producers, sustainable food production and resilient agricultural practices, to maintain the genetic diversity in food production, to invest in rural infrastructure, agricultural research, technology and gene banks, to prevent agricultural trade restrictions, market distortions and export subsidies. Lastly, is to ensure stable food commodity markets and timely information including on food reserves to help limit extreme food price volatility.
Food waste and loss become the major contributor in causing global warming as they rot and emit greenhouse gases that are harmful to the ecosystem. Annually, 3 billion tons of greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere due to wasting food. If wasted food were a country, it became the world's third greatest emitter of carbon dioxide gas, only trailing behind the United States and China. Besides physical damage towards food, browning, stalling, molds and yeast also become the major contributor in causing food waste. So from this, we can assume that food spoilage is an unethical and environmental issue. Food spoilage can be mitigated by improving their shelf lives. Shelf life can be referred to all aspects of food cycle that starts from the manufacturing process until eventually the consumer's houses. Most food has water in them as a predominant constituent and to support chemical reactions. Shelf life is related with water activity. Water activity measures how efficiently water in food can take part in chemical reactions. So therefore, it is a very useful tool to measure and manage the shelf life of food. So there are three types of food based on water activity. Firstly, the highly perishable food with water activity of more than 0.9, which causes them to have a very short shelf life. Secondly, the intermediate moist food with water activity range between 0.6 and 0.9. The third type of food is shelf-stable food with water activity less than 0.6. This is because the water molecules in them are tightly bound and do not support chemical reactions. So there are many ways that can be applied to reduce water activities on food, such as drying, freezing, refrigerating, or adding salt or sugar solution towards them. Drying food by using a solar dryer is an environmentally friendly method to speed up the drying process while simultaneously reducing nutrient loss and contamination. Besides all those methods that have been mentioned just now, dry foods such as pasta, rice or powdered milk should be produced more. Powdered milk has a greater shelf life stability than fresh milk. Although fresh milk provides more certain nutrients than powdered milk, both milks share some significant similarities in nutritional values such as calcium.
Food waste and byproducts as food ingredients and food additives. Reusing food waste and byproduct. The increasing demand of processed food and food product will increase the number of byproducts. The example of byproduct is seeds, peels, and bagasse. This byproduct have higher nutritional levels than the processed products themselves. So the idea is to use the used food to create other food options with great nutritional elements. These are the example of benefits and biomolecules exists in byproducts. Torres Leon et al. 2018 stated that using food waste and byproducts that are full of these nutritional sources can potentially provide sustainability of food sources and reduce malnutrition in many countries. Next, reproducing new product with byproduct. New food ingredients can be produced from food waste and byproduct. This is for better improvement of the ingredients and nutritional level. The effect of reproducing this new product is the society demand is increasing, the food waste is decreasing, and countless food alternative generated for food supply. For example, from Torres Leon et al., 2018, a new cereal high-protein cereal bar is produced using pineapple cores merged with other ingredients, such as broken rice and soybean extracts. This cereal bar also contains high dietary fiber and mineral content with low caloric value. Hence, byproducts are able to be modified and increase nutritional level of the existing food, which also creates second food options to fulfill the needs and demand. Repurposing food waste and byproduct. Food waste and byproduct also can be used as raw materials or food additives. Food additives are very important and widely used in food industries depending with their functions. It can be produced and extracted from byproducts and food waste. There are various types of food additives with different functions, including colors, flavors enhancers, sweeteners, and so on. Their function is to increase the shelf life, and the effects from that is the food waste is decreasing. Therefore, the new secondary food and food additive can be produced from food waste and byproducts. Hence, reusing food waste and byproduct, reproducing new product with byproduct, and repurposing food waste and byproducts as raw materials and food additive can help to achieve zero hunger. This is because the increase of food product and a longer shelf life food option can be produced to fulfill the food demands around the world and potentially achieve zero hunger.
Food utilization is one of the ways to achieve zero hunger from the perspective of food chemistry. Food utilization is defined as the ability to use food efficiency to enjoy life to the fullest. Food usage considers the biological consumption of food while focusing on the individual level. Utilization necessitates not just an adequate diet, but also a healthy physical environment, adequate sanitation and hygiene, food preparation, and many more. Chemistry has taught us that it is not only necessary for our bodies to absorb nutrients from the foods we eat, but the chemical makeup of foods taken in precise combinations, as well as the quality of the diet, are vital in achieving nutritional needs. The importance of vital nutrients in human health is becoming more widely acknowledged, lending credence to the view that nutrient deficits are rarely isolated events. The problem is to provide enough amount and variety of nutrients for a complete human diet. Plants offer around 65% of the world's supply of edible protein, while animal products contribute 35%, with cereal grains accounting for the majority of this contribution.
The amounts of proteins and the necessary amino acids included in food products differ significantly.
Diets high in cereals and vegetables do not provide all the essential amino acids required for daily consumption and requirements. When taken in the usual sense, the diet is deficient in quality protein because it is primarily composed of plant-based sources.
Despite this issue, it is not necessary to ingest animal sources containing full proteins if a suitably diverse diet and other protein-rich sources are maintained. A full set of required amino acids will be supplied by ingesting a wide variety of plant foods, and the human body will be able to convert the amino acids into proteins. This is crucial to the chemical composition of diets.
In conclusion, there are 3 ways that have been further discussed to attain zero hunger. The 3 approaches are: the reduction of food waste, by prolonging food's shelf life; food waste and byproducts as food ingredients and food additives; and utilization of food. These approaches can make world as a better place, to those who suffer from lacking of food supplies, which can affect their well-beings. As a united nation, all of us need to partake in reducing food waste, to ensure others having enough food to eat. Together, we can achieve zero hunger, which is one of the 16 Sustainable Development Goals, that proposed by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP.